Hello, this is Esther Lamnyam, author of the book Love Under the Kola Nut Tree, What City Moms Didn't Tell You About Creating Fulfilling Relationships. My Husband is a Cuckoo and Other Poems of My Youth. Strive to be happy and powerful tools on how to. I'm also the founder of Imitate Nature Academy, where we teach you how to use simple laws of nature, immutable laws, to create the lifestyle that you want. How did I come by these laws? Well, I'm also a wellness and a life success strategist coach. And in the course of talking to people, I had a lot of questions. People had issues like, how come I'm not being so successful? How come I've taken all these workshops, gone to school, I tried these seminars, I've set goals, I've done the law of attraction, and I succeed a little and I don't succeed again. So this was really an issue that was happening to a lot of people, and I had to step back and figure out why. And this also happened to me. And I found out that there are laws of nature, there are very simple tools in nature that when you use them, you are going to be successful. And the beautiful part about it is that you can repeat your success. For example, have you had this situation, like I explained earlier, where like some other person, you are ready to succeed with your goals? You do the goal setting, you do the vision board, you try the law of attraction, you try the secret, you even do the prayer of Jabez, you read religious books, you succeed for a little while, and then it snaps right back. Or are you somebody who's been in a relationship for a long time, and then eventually you get married, and the relationship breaks? You might even have children. And then all of a sudden somebody pronounces you husband and wife, and the relationship doesn't go forward anymore. Or you could have tried other tools and they have not been successful, but you have the desire in your heart. Or are you somebody who really wants to succeed, but periodically you just feel like you don't have the energy? The desire is not there, it's gone. And you're having relationship issues, maybe at work, maybe with your co-workers, with your boss, your wife, your spouse, your mom and dad. Well, what happened is that I discovered that there is a base prerequisite that is needed for all the things that you need to succeed in. Be it a business, be it a relationship, be it health. And if you don't tap into these tools, it becomes a little bit difficult for you to be successful. Before I go forward, let me tell you a little bit about my story, about my life, how I came to discover these tools so that you can begin to get the picture. I was born in Cameroon, and I went to elementary school, went to boarding school, which is middle school, and I went to high school. And then it was in the English-speaking part of the country. It's a bilingual country. When I went to the university, it was in the French part of the country. There was only one science and natural sciences university. And we had students from all over the country, the French and the English, come to this class. There were more than 1,000 students in a class that should sit maybe like 300. And then 200 students had to go to the second year. I mean, even if we were all A students, there's no way we all could go to the second year. So I eventually didn't make it. And then I saw most of my friends going to the English department to succeed. Not that English is better, it's just that they could speak English, they could understand the English, because I was doing sciences in English. Here I'm at the university doing sciences in French, given that science is a language in itself. So I went to the English speaking section and I went to class. And I remember distinctly the teacher teaching about diphthongs and triphthongs, and I sat there and I felt in my spirit, this is not me. I am somebody who studied vibrations and resonance and equations and physics and maths. Here I was not resonating with who I am. I didn't know at the time that that was a clue I had tapped into, because sitting in that class, I could feel it that this was not me. So I dropped out. And that's some of the tools I'm going to be teaching you in this program. Knowing yourself, knowing who you are and your power, and being able to attune to that, and having the courage to use tools to move away. So I got out of school. I was very depressed because nobody could help me. My parents didn't have the resources to help me. There was only one university for me to go to, and I had dropped out of that. I had to, like, if I had to go to school, I had to figure out a trade or something. So I wanted to leave the country and study in Europe and America. And I had no resources. But coincidentally, I met some doctor who, getting tired, was a friend of mine, getting tired of my crying, asked me, what is your problem? And I told him my problem, and he said, what are your solutions? I told him the obvious solutions, and we eliminated those that were not feasible, And I started working on those that were feasible. But I also added some of the tools that I'm going to teach you. And lo and behold, within 4 months or so, I was in America. I was going to school in Atlanta. I did not realize I had tapped into a very deep tool. So when I started doing life strategies coaching, I realized that some of these tools that I had been using that are prerequisites that everybody needs, a lot of people don't have these tools. So I started teaching people, and sometimes when I help people, they look so simple. I remember a situation where somebody said to me, "Is that all you do?" I felt a little bit taken aback, but I didn't realize that I had really tapped into something, because when they said that to me, "Is that all you do?" I couldn't really tell them what I had done. But eventually, when a lot of people started getting success, I was tutoring children through the Veterans Administration Program. I was also mentoring, and people were getting success. I realized I had tapped into something. And one of my coworkers said, "You better write these things down." And that's how come I wrote Love Under the Kola Nut Tree, What City Moms Didn't Tell You About Creating Fulfilling Relationships. It's really a self-help book told as story, drama, mysticism, religion, spirituality, which is who we are as spiritual beings. And that's one of the tools. We are spiritual beings in the physical body. And for you to be successful, you have to tie in the two, both the spiritual and the physical, because that's who we really are. And I'll teach you in this program, Cracking the Code, the path to creating a successful life. I'll give you very powerful tools to bring about life fulfillment. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever cooked soup? Or have you ever eaten soup? So let me say you went to a city and somebody said, "Well, can you cook some soup?" I want you to take a moment and just write down the tools you will need to cook soup. It could be chicken soup, it could be a vegetable soup. So you do that, pause the video, take like 30 seconds, write down everything you need to put a bowl of soup on the table for somebody to eat or for yourself to eat, and then come back. Okay? Thank you. So what are the ingredients you listed? Did you list the fire? Did you list the pot? Did you list a car? If you don't have a car, you cannot get the ingredients, because, or else, except you have a farm behind your house where you go, so which means you have to have a farm. You see where I'm going with this? You need some gas. You need some money to get gas. You need a store. So basically, there's some tools that are there. People don't talk about them. They're default tools. So that's what I found out when I was coaching people and who could not replicate success, or who were not successful, even though they really, really, really wanted to be successful. There are prerequisites that we all need to be able to replicate things that we have done, to do those things and replicate them. But now that when we have those tools and something happens and you travel or you move or you have a vacation, you know how sometimes you can travel, come back, after a while you want to go back and do what you did and you don't remember what you did. With this program, you will be able to replicate and do those things again, because these are simple laws of nature that are out there, and also it's a very empowering program. One of the things I'm going to teach you is self-knowledge. We hear a lot about self-knowledge, but if you don't know this, you will not be able to activate the power that is within you. The seed is within you. The mango is not going to bear an apple. So you're going to know who you are. Let me give you another example. One quick example. The egg doesn't go to the sperm. The sperm goes to the egg. The flower doesn't go to the bee. The bee actually flies to the flower. The egg and the flower look so innocent, but they are not. They're very powerful. They actually use the law of attraction. So that is some of the things those are some of the things I'm going to be teaching you, how to use your power. You already have the power. You have the ability to create anything you want, but you have to work with some laws, and you have to use another law to work with another law. If you don't know that and you're trying to use maybe the law of attraction or, the secret, maybe you don't have those prerequisites. And upon those prerequisites, we're going to build the foundation for everything you're going to do. And these prerequisites are going to be very helpful, because look at this prerequisite. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is all we need to create trillions, to do all sort of math. The same thing with the alphabet, A through Z. That's all we need to create, write trillions of books, many books. But if you don't know this and know how to extrapolate, know how to differentiate, know how to multiply, it becomes very difficult. And that is what my program is going to teach you. You know, the pathway to creating a successful life. Once you have this, you can replicate this even in your business. So get on with this program. You are about to experience something that will change your life, the life of your corporation, the life of your family, your children, you know, and you teach this to other people, your congregation. I'm very excited to get on this journey with you. I'm very excited to be the one to walk this path, you know, this part of your journey with you. So please get up on this program, and you don't have anything to lose but frustration. Thanks again. This is Esther Lamnyam, founder of Imitate Nature Academy.